Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today, we're returning to Fallout 76, where I'm going to see about crafting up a suit of legendary Excavator Power Armor for my commando character. Now, my commando character does not use his power armor very often, since he's usually trying to be in stealth, but I do find it more useful to get into power armor for protection from radiation, as opposed to using the stealth suit or a radiation suit and having to re-equip all my armor afterwards. So that's why I find it useful. I choose Excavator because I'm mostly concerned about carry weight since I don't use it very often, and that's also the primary effects that I'm going to be looking for while I am crafting up these legendary pieces. It's also useful to have a suit of Excavator Power Armor around for when you're farming lead, so let's go ahead and get started here. So I've got my full set here that I've already, painted and done some basic mods to. And then I've also got four other pieces, one for each limb, that I can try. I'm basically going to try up to 2 tries each time. I do have enough legendary modules to be able to try an extra try or 2 if I need to. I'll probably only do that if I end up with a piece that I like or that I can't use because of the 3rd star effect that heals radiation damage slowly over time. I'm a bloody build, so that effect is a no-go for me. So let's go ahead and get started here with the torso. I did not craft up an extra torso because I have a jetpack on this torso. You normally cannot do that, but for a short time, the Hellcat jetpack was able to be put on the Excavator Power Armor, and I had a friend who did that for me, so I've got that. So I'll just be doing all my legendary modding on the torso here that has the jetpack. So let's see what we get. We got troubleshooters, increased action point refresh speed, and 75% chance to reduce damage while standing still. So this is actually a very good piece. The first star that I'm really interested in for most of my pieces is a mix of the Slayer's effects, because with 5 Slayer's effects and 5 pieces, if you have a different Slayer's effect on every piece, then you have 15% damage reduction from everything that you face. And in some cases it may be more than that if a creature falls into more than one of those categories. So with the 30% damage reduction that comes from power armor, that's very powerful. So that's basically what I'm looking for here. I really want weight reduction 3rd star perks, but this piece is just too good with the action point refresh speed and 75% chance to reduce damage while standing still. That's a Sentinel's effect, so I don't think I'm going to re-roll this one. So let's go ahead and move on to the right arm. And here we got Vanguard's piece with +1 agility and weapon weights reduced by 20%. So the Vanguard's effect is really not, well, it's not going to do anything for me because I am a low health build, so I will never have full health to be able to benefit from the Vanguard's effect. So it's basically no first star for me. And the +1 agility, it's nice because it gives you a little bit of extra AP. It doesn't really help your stealth significantly while you're wearing power armor, as you might imagine. But the reason that I think I'm going to keep this piece, or at least not immediately re-roll it, is it's got the weapon weight reduced by 20%, which is one of the key things that I want, because when I put my power armor on, I lose my unyielding bonus to strength, which is +15 to strength, which is +75 carry weight. I also lose my benefit from my backpack, which is both carry weight increase and reduction in weight for, I use the grocer's backpack, so food and drink. Which means that I tend to end up a little too heavy when I put on my power armor. Fortunately, with the Excavator and the calibrated shocks, I don't have that problem at this point with this, but even more weight reduction makes it even better. So let's go on ahead and look at the next piece. And obviously you cannot put a legendary mod on the helmet here, so that's why I'm skipping that piece. Alright, and here we've got a Mutant Slayer's effect with +1 endurance and ammo weight reduced by 20%. So the RNG gods are actually being reasonably nice to me today. They're giving me mostly what I want. I've got the Mutant Slayers effect is one of the better Slayers effects because you're going to be fighting super mutants quite a bit if you're like most players, where you're going to be grinding West Tech for experience, and you'll find them in other places as well. So that's a very good effect. The +1 endurance, I'm kind of meh on, but the ammo weight reduced by 20%. Hey, that's weight reduction. That helps me be not too heavy inside of my power armor, so perfect. Let's go on ahead and move on to the next one. And here I got Nocturnal effect with +1 endurance, and then food, drink, and weight and chem weights reduced by 20%. So I'm actually looking not bad here. The Nocturnal effect is definitely not the first star I would have chosen, but it's not as bad as it might seem. It used to be much worse. Before they updated the legendary mods in, I believe it was Steel Rain, the Nocturnal effect would be worse than a non-legendary piece during the daytime. Now it just doesn't have any bonus during the daytime, but it's still as good as a non-legendary version, and then at night it has a bonus. Now, getting bonuses to damage and energy resistance in power armor is not really doing a whole lot for you, because really any power armor's protection is going to be high enough that you're going to be seeing diminishing returns from those bonuses. But again, this is not really why I'm looking for this. So the +1 endurance, more hit points, never a bad thing, but I'm still kind of meh about it. But I'm very happy with the food, drink, and chem weights reduced by 20%, so I'll probably end up keeping that piece on there, but let's go on ahead and try to the next one. Alright, so here's one of the ones that I told you that we cannot keep. The cloaking effect is fine. It's not particularly exciting. It's not really going to do anything for you in power armor, but I'm not necessarily opposed to it if the other effects were good. The +25 cryo resistance, that's not bad. The legendary effect of +25 cryo resistance on your armor is, at this point in time in the game, the only way to get any sort of cryo damage resistance whatsoever. So that's a good thing, although, to be honest, I don't really see a huge need for cryo resistance, so it's kind of meh. The slowly regenerate radiation damage while in combat, however, is a complete no-go for me, because I'm a bloodied build. I need my radiation to be full so that it keeps my health low, so that I can benefit from those low health benefits. So yeah, that's not going to work for me, so let's go ahead and craft it up again. And here we got an Exterminator's effect with the cryo resistance and 5% chance to deal 100 frost damage to melee attackers. So this is another one of the Slayer's effects. So I've got 3 of the 5 at this point, which is not a bad thing. The Exterminator's effect is definitely not one of my favorites. If I was missing one, I'd rather it be that one. But hey, it'll be useful when I'm facing the random Mirelurk Queen or whatever that comes across my path. The +25 cryo resistance, again, it's kind of meh, but at the same time, I'm not going to complain about having a little bit of cryo resistance on me. The 5% chance to deal 100 frost damage to melee attackers, I don't really see much point in that. It seems very, very low. I understand that they don't want to make it too high so that it's just, an auto win against melee enemies, but at the same time, 5% seems really, really low. So, anyway, we'll keep this piece for now. We'll see what we get on the other pieces here. So that one was the left leg. So let's start with the other left leg that I crafted up here. And here we got a bolstering piece with +1 charisma and 5% chance to deal 100 damage to melee attackers. So the bolstering effect is something that I can definitely benefit from, and because I am at low health, but once again, same as, any other bonus to damage and energy resistance while you're wearing power armor, I'm going to see significantly diminishing returns from the benefits that it provides. So, overall, not really that exciting. The +1 charisma, I'm not going to complain about. It's a little bit of extra damage, a little bit of extra experience from events, but, still pretty meh. And then the 5% chance to deal 100 poison damage to melee attackers, again, not really very exciting there. So, let's see here. I actually kind of am happy with the other pieces that I got. So I think I'm going to craft up 3 more left legs and see if I can get a better left leg. Let's see here. We got a Vanguard's effect with +1 perception and 5% chance to deal 100 energy damage to melee attackers. So this one's not really very exciting. I will never benefit from the Vanguard's effect, although if you're a full health player, you could. But again, the giving bonuses to energy resistance and damage resistance while you're in power armor, you're just not going to get that much bonus from it. The +1 perception is nice because even when I'm wearing power armor with my commando, I do tend to stay fairly VATS oriented, so that helps offset some of the lost accuracy from losing the unyielding effect. But, you know, gaining 1 and losing 15, it doesn't offset it that much. And then, you know, the 5% chance to deal 100 energy damage to melee attackers. As I said, that chance is way too low. It's the same for all of those, so it's not the worst piece, but not exciting. Let's check the next one here. Okay. This one's not especially exciting, because I do already have an Exterminator's effect, but the +25 cryo resistance is, again, you know, something. And then this one has more food, drink, and chem weight reduced by 20%. So that wearing this piece along with the other piece that I have with that would give me 40% weight reduction on those, and really help me be able to stay not too heavy while I am on the short periods of time that I am using my power armor. So this one may be the one I use, but I've only got one more here, so why not go on ahead and spin it. And here we got Mutant Slayer's Excavator left leg with +25 cryo resistance and ammo weight reduced by 20%. So I'll probably use this one over the other one, because if I'm going to have 2 pieces of a Slayer's effect, I'd rather it be Mutant Slayers over Exterminators. And the ammo weight reduction will stack with the other ammo weight reduction for 40% there. So overall, I consider this a pretty successful day of crafting. I appreciate you tuning in. Remember, if you enjoy content like this, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and it doesn't cost you anything. And until next time, I will talk to you then.